before I put my SPF on. I wouldn't typically do this long of a routine in the daytime. I would usually just wake up, wash my face, and maybe like a little bit of serum and SPF.
Hi guys, thanks for stopping by my channel. So today I'm going to be reacting to Hailey Bieber's skincare morning routine. And for those of you who don't know, Hailey is a fashion model and she's also Justin Bieber's wife. So today I'm going to be following her skincare religiously and seeing which steps she usually follows. So basically my skincare routine is not that complicated. Every morning I wake up and cleanse and I use a toner, then I use a moisturizer or any serum, especially my niacinamide serum, and I top it off with my sunscreen and I'm out of the door. So I just thought I should follow this skincare routine step by step and we will see if the steps are actually the same as mine, and I will basically be reacting to it while doing it at the same time. So today is Saturday, October 16th, and I do have some time in my morning, so that's why I decided to do the skincare routine, so stay tuned. So I'll actually be watching her on my phone and I'll also be following the steps from my phone, so let's get this video going.
Hey guys, it's Hailey Bieber and I just woke up, but I'm going to do this video for you guys showing you my morning skincare routine, how I would prep my skin for a day of work for a photo shoot.
So I'm not going for a photo shoot, but I definitely get the idea. She's just prepping her skin for work, and I'm also prepping my skin for work, even though technically I'm not going into work today because it's the Saturday, but I'm just going to be prepping my skin for work too.
Check it out. One of my favorite things to do when I'm getting ready for work is I will do a mask. I wouldn't do a mask every single day, obviously, but when I want a little bit of an extra glow, I go for a nice, calming, hydrating mask.
So I don't do mask on my face every morning when I'm getting ready to go to work because nobody has time for that. Most times I leave my masks for the evenings or the weekends, but let's just do this for the purposes of this video. I do have a lot of peel-off masks and the sheet mask, which there's a lot of controversies as to which ones work better, but I have a few wash off masks, and I'm going to be using, I don't know what brand she's using, but I'm going to be using the one that I have right here with me now. So let's go.
Put this all over, make sure it's evenly spread because I'm a little bit OCD. Hopefully this helps to wake my skin up a little bit because she's tired today. So mask is on. Something I like to do to essentially kill two birds with one stone while I'm masking is I'll put on the face mask and then I will grab some eye masks like these. I really like these.
I'm still putting on my face mask.
And I will put them under my eyes over the mask that's already on my face, just to kind of have two things happening at once.
So I have this gold under eye masks, and I do not know, like, I remember talking about them in my self-care I think Amazon Favorites edition, and I feel like of all the products I mentioned in that video, this mask for some reason I haven't really found it to be very functional. I'm not sure if it's just the brand I got. I would bet that Hailey's brand is very expensive, or at least it's a more trusted brand, because I think I just got this as a gift and I don't remember where my friend got it from. But I'm not saying that it's not a good brand. I really don't want to disclose the brand right now, but all the times I have tried this mask under my eye, I haven't really seen its function, or I've not had the benefit of it, if I may say so. I've never really tried this other one, and again, I had this also from the same friend, and she gave me as a gift because she knows I'm really too much into skincare. So this is what I'm going to be trying for this video. They came in so many pouches in a big pack, and I just pull out one of them, which comes in a pair. So this is what I'm going to be using in place of what Hailey's using.
You turn it on, it vibrates, which feels really nice under your eyes. And I'll just go like this, right over the eye mask. Feels so nice. I wish everybody could be feeling what I'm feeling right now. So I usually do this for like maybe a minute between both eyes.
I do not have that very fancy looking tool, and I did a little research on this tool, and I did realize that some of them are really pricey. They range from like $60-some to over $300, and I can afford it, but I choose not to get that kind of a tool. So let's just simulate that real quick. I'm not sure what I can use here. Obviously the tool vibrates. I don't want to use my toothbrush. I took one vibrates too, but it's just going to defeat the entire purpose. Or maybe I should use it actually. Or maybe I should just use something regular. Oh my goodness, I do not think. Doesn't that work? That actually feels really good. And another tip for any of you who's wondering for this under eye mask to really work, I heard a very good tip is to put it in stick it in the fridge or the freezer for like a few minutes and put it under your eye. You're gonna definitely feel a nice and soothing effect, and it makes a huge difference. I'll choose not to use my toothbrush or any other thing that I have right here, and let's just continue and assume that this tool is what she has for the purposes of this video.
And once I'm done with that, I sit for the rest of the remaining time with the mask on. Sometimes I think people get a little bit hesitant to mess around with the mask because they're worried maybe their significant other is going to come in and be like, what are you doing to your face? You look insane. But A, who cares? B, tell them that you are just skincare.
So I'm not sure whose significant other gets terrified when they see their significant other's face like this. For me, my significant other always laughs at me because sometimes when I wear certain face masks, I cannot even laugh because my face is very tight. But then again, yeah, I mean, I'm sure they should be understanding. I would assume so.
But my husband loves to do masks, just like I do, so that's a win for me. I usually leave at least the face mask on for like 8 to 10 minutes. So now we wait.
Alright, I'm going to be waiting for about 8 to 10 minutes as well. And I can afford to wait now because it's the weekend, it's Saturday. Otherwise in the morning I'm out. I don't have time to sit here and wait. But yeah, we'll just wait for about 8 minutes and let's get it rolling.
Few inches later.
My mask now. I'm going to start with the eye masks. Get a little baby back.
Peeling mine out too.
Rinse off this mask. I don't necessarily think you have to rinse a mask off with a cleanser. I like to, so there's just nothing excess left on my skin. Take a little bit of cleanser. I really prefer like a creamy, hydrating cleanser.
I'm going to rinse my mask off with water first, and when the majority of it is gone, then I'm going to use a cleanser as well. So sorry you guys cannot see the water. I'm not able to move the camera up and down, but I'm sure you can hear the water flow, and I'm actually rinsing my face off right now.
Eventually.
So the cleanser I usually use is my Cetaphil cleanser, which is very gentle and it's non-foaming, so that actually really always usually works for me. So let's see how she cleanses.
And I prefer something that gets foamy and makes your skin feel really tight and dry. A lot of the time I wake up and my face feels a little bit swollen, like my lips are really swollen and my eyes will be swollen. I probably eat too much salt, but that's my own bad. So what I like to do is when I'm washing my face in the morning, I give myself a little massage like this for the blood flow.
I have been advised not to use a lot of foaming cleansers just because my skin is very susceptible to being dry, but I do understand her concern with using or her, I guess her thought process. I do understand her thought process about using foaming cleansers. And yeah, skincare, one of my best things about skincare, similar to what she just said, is that you're able to really massage your skin, and it really feels good. Like right now, I feel it feels really good massaging your skin. Ooh.
Here's my face. Someone gonna see me doing that and be like, yeah, don't do that. Okay, now everything's off. I don't dry my face completely when I wash it.
Alright, let me wash mine.
Later.
Skincare routine. Skin popping, my skin popping, my skin popping, 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 popping. Alright, let's see what's next.
Serum when it's still a little bit damp. I'm going to use this really hydrating peptide serum.
So I guess, well, my skin's not very dry, obviously. Yeah, I still feel the freshness and the water and the moisture. So she talks about a peptide serum. I don't know that I have a peptide serum. Do I have a peptide serum? I know vitamin C is not peptide. This is just ascorbic acid. Okay, this is non-peptide. My go-to is the ordinary niacinamide and zinc. This is one of my go-to serums, and I don't know if it's peptide, if there's peptide in it. Well, I don't have a peptide serum, so I'm going to use my go-to serum, my niacinamide and zinc from The Ordinary. This serum has worked wonders on my face. I am actually almost out of it. Coincidentally, I have another one. I always get them in a huge batch because it's been a staple in my skincare. So I guess that's what I'm going to be using.
I really love peptides for the skin. I think that it's one of the best ingredients to use. It's one of my favorite ingredients to use. I love niacinamide, I love peptides, I love hyaluronic acid.
I do use hyaluronic acid too. The hyaluronic acid serum that I use is the one that is combined with retinol and collagen, and I mostly use it for my nighttime. So if I'm ever shooting a nighttime skincare routine, you're probably going to see me use it. But my go-to forever and ever is niacinamide and zinc. Please let me know down in the comment section if you've been using the peptide, if it's been working for you. I really don't understand the function yet because I think it's my first time listening or hearing about the peptide, so maybe I should actually do a research after this video. But I see that she put the serum in her hands and rubbed it on her hands before placing it on her face. I'm sure there's no wrong way. You can either use the dropper and drop it on your face, or you can use this method. So this is what I'm going to do. Rub it in, rub it in, rub it in, rub it in. Rub it in, 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 rub it in. Oh, this feels so good. All right.
Are all ingredients that I make sure I'm using in my skincare. Press it into the skin. I would love to know what some of your guys' favorite ingredients are in the comments.
Niacinamide and zinc.
Learn about new things.
What are your favorite?
The slightest bit of moisturizer over my serum before I put my SPF on. I wouldn't typically do this long of a routine in the daytime. I would usually just wake up, wash my face, and maybe like a little bit of serum and SPF.
So the good thing about the serum is that it has a lower viscosity. That way you are able to build up other thicker creams or lotions on it. That's why it's usually advised that when you're doing your skincare, you start layering up from lower to higher viscosity. So I get why she put on, I guess, a cream after her serum. But most sunscreens, I'm hoping that she's going to use sunscreen at the end, but like most sunscreens are also formulated to be moisturizers, unless your sunscreen just strictly says sunscreen. But like I know Rihanna's brand, which is the brand that I'm trying to get very soon as her sunscreen and moisturizer combo, I think it's something that I've been looking into. But you don't need to have a moisturizer if your sunscreen also has a moisturizer in it. Basically, that's what I was saying. Let me see what moisturizer I'm going to use. I haven't used this moisturizer in a while. You know what? I'm just gonna use my retinol and collagen moisturizer. I haven't used a lot of my moisturizers, and I don't want to use something that's already expired. A lot of my facial moisturizers. So I'll just put a little. I know she put a very little amount. So there we go. My goodness, this feels really good.
Yes, but since I'm preparing for a work day, it's a little bit more than usual. Before I put my SPF on, one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of oil on my face. The tiniest bit. I wouldn't recommend doing this if you have oily skin. I always try to be really careful when I'm talking about oils or recommending oils for the skin because it doesn't work for everybody. I'm going to just do this, and then I'm going to use a little facial massaging tool all over.
So I'm going to pass on the oils, and that is especially because my sunscreen is very much oily, and it's still I guess it's the fall, but like the weather in Texas is still really hot, so I'll pass up on the oil right now. But I admire her putting a lot of time to moisturize your face. I know, especially people who have a lot of oily skin, they think that moisturizing is not very beneficial, but it is definitely beneficial for oily skin people as well, especially because if you do not, then the amount of oil that your skin is going to produce is going to be ridiculous. So yeah, I'm going to skip and pass on that, but I do like the fact that she's putting in a lot of time to moisturize. Like, your skin is going to look very plump.
And I need the oil to help a little bit of moisture for the tool to glide over my face. Now, this right here is a facial massaging tool that you turn on and it vibrates. I really love this.
I like the idea of having an oily surface for the rollers to glide on it. That's very brilliant. One thing, so I'm looking at her, I guess, roller face massager. I'm not very familiar with this particular type of product, but what I usually use is the jade rollers, which I had, and I think I got rid of it last year. I know at some point they made a hype. I don't know if it started from TikTok or it started from Pinterest or from Instagram, but it started from somewhere, and it made a lot of hype, and it was in a lot of stores that when I went to, especially when you go to the skincare section of Ulta, or even if you go to like Burlington Coat Factory or something, you always see one of it. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. I can attach an image right here, but those jade rollers, I used to use it. I mean, it was nice. It gave a good experience for skincare, but like if you watch Dr. Lee on YouTube, I used to follow them a lot for my skincare recommendations because they're doctors and I really have a passion for skincare, so I like to follow people who are actually trained, like they're dermatologists. And they had a video where they talked about these jade rollers being overrated, and they basically said that it's not a do or die affair, like you don't necessarily need it in your skincare. And after that I was just like, okay, I don't need it, I guess I don't need it, so I stopped using it. But I mean, if it's your thing, it's your thing, right? It's not my thing, and I'm just not going to use it. Not subscribe to it. I used to be subscribed to it when there was a hype, and I was like, oh, I'm missing out. Because of the FOMO I got it, but right now I'm just like, I can pass, and I did pass. But I don't know much about this particular product or this particular device that she has on her hand. And if you guys have used it, please let us know down in the comment section if it's something that you actually recommend. Then I might actually get it again, or maybe it's just one of those things that is overhyped.
I gifted it to a lot of people this year for Christmas just because I think they're fun to try and mess around with. So I'm going to turn it on, not all the way, like a lower setting, and just go in. Super amusing.
I don't have it, so I'm just going to be watching.
It actually feels so nice, and I clench my teeth really hard at night, so when I wake up in the morning, my jaw is usually kind of sore, and I'm sore in my temples here, so this feels insane. So when I usually do this full routine, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes. The thing that is always
my skincare routine in the morning probably takes 10. That's the top, that's the max, 10. Otherwise, I'm not doing this. Like, this is just too much. I am going to work. But over the weekend, obviously, you can take 15 to 20 minutes. I don't really care.
Most important to me when I'm leaving the house every day is washing my face, hydration, and SPF. Obviously, you can pick and choose different parts of this routine that you want to use. You may be watching this and be like, these facial toning devices look absolutely wild, and that's not for me. And I would.
That's me.
To each their own.
Exactly.
My last step of this whole entire routine is going to be my sunscreen. I am very big on SPF. I don't leave the house without it. I don't go to work without it. Even if I'm just working from home and I'm inside the house.
Me too.
Rays still hit you.
That's true.
So my final step is...
I tell my friends all the time, wear sunscreen. I tell everybody, even my husband, I'm like, wear sunscreen. And I find that sometimes, you know, especially black people, like we find it very difficult to wear sunscreen just because of our melanin. But I would never trade in sunscreen because of a lot of UV ray damage and everything that you can prevent when you wear sunscreen. I do have a video on this channel. I think the title is Everything You Need to Know About Sunscreen Under 15 Minutes. I'll leave the thumbnail here for you guys to check it out. But I love sunscreen, and ever since I started my skincare routine, I never leave sunscreen out. So let's see.
I know there's a lot of debate around how much sunscreen you're supposed to use when you apply it every day. I don't have that answer. I couldn't tell you.
So this is the rule I usually use. So just make sure my face is saturated when I put like 2 handfuls of sunscreen. I don't know how to use this, but this is the rule I usually use, and this was also recommended from dermatologists. So I've been following this ever since I started using sunscreen. So let's go.
I've heard it said that it's 1 full teaspoon, which sounds like a lot of sunscreen to me. The way I do it,
1 teaspoon is a lot.
I'm so down to be corrected. People can call me out if I'm wrong, but I use like 1 full pump of sunscreen, and then if I feel like I need more,
it depends on how much sunscreen comes out from the pump that you use.
I use a tinted sunscreen just because I feel like it blends into my face and my skin a little bit better. Can't forget the neck.
We cannot forget the neck.
The eyelids are important because those will get wrinkly one day too. Tap it more around my eyes. There you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it for you guys. Leave comments below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the notification bell. See you next time.
So that was actually really good, and again,
I've talked about this before, and I'm talking about it again because.
Sorry about that, but yeah, that was actually really good. My skin feels so much moisturized, and I don't know about you guys, but the steps were not too complicated. I've seen a lot more complicated steps out there. I promise you, I've seen a lot of complicated. Some people have like a 50 steps morning routine before they go into work, and I'm like, I don't know about that. You guys see why I said I don't want to put in the oil, because my sunscreen is pretty oily and it's also really hot in Texas. So if I put in a lot of oil and then I put in my sunscreen, I'm going to be shining brighter than a diamond. I'm not trying to shine brighter than a diamond. But yeah, this is the end of the skincare, and I actually really feel very good. I think Hailey's routine is actually a really good one, especially if you have that much time in the morning to be putting in a mask especially. But if not, I think you can always skip out the mask and follow everything else. I know she leaves out a toner. I used to use a toner, and I still think that a toner is very helpful for you to use and almost on a daily basis, depending on the type of toner you use. Obviously, if your toner has alcohol, it's very dehydrating and it's not advisable to use alcohol, but I would incorporate a toner, and I know it's just her morning routine, so obviously she cannot show everything. I'm pretty sure she also uses exfoliants. I do use exfoliants as well, especially once a week. I just recently started using the ordinary AHA plus BHA peeling solution. I will let you guys know how this goes, but I recently started using that one this week. So I guess that's it, guys. I hope you liked this video, and if you do, please let me know down in the comment section if there is any other skincare enthusiast or any skincare celebrity that you want me to react to their routine. Please let me know, and I hope that if you watched until this point, you've been able to please like, comment, share. I hope you have a good day and a good time. Thank you. Bye bye.